everyone. Imperial Guard number 28 here. So you might notice that I'm not actually uploading a lot right now. I guess one reason for that is my mom is planning on buying a new house, and so I've had to sort through a lot of my stuff for these past few weeks, trying to make room for that because it's gonna be a little smaller. So managed to I managed to get most of my stuff here into this one room here, so it's that's going pretty good. I think I'm probably impressed with myself that I managed to get it to be this good. So one thing I've had to do is watch a lot of movies, because apparently she wants to buy a lot of these on DVD instead of still hauling them there. So if I want to rebuy them, I'm probably gonna want to see if they're any good first. So I just finished Lawrence of Arabia and a few others here. I'm kind of on the bonus features of A Beautiful Mind, but that's in the making. But did Sherlock Holmes, I did The Right Stuff, The Rainmaker, Superman the Animated Series, Tuskegee Airmen, Yankles. So yeah, that's that for now. I'll probably go back to reviewing, or maybe I'll do another few more Let's Plays I've had in a while after this. I just want to kind of give you a quick update. I was watching Movie Streak until the Xbox started making some weird noises. So stopped doing that for a while. Maybe I'll go back to that pretty soon, and maybe I'll do some reviews in the meantime while I'm waiting for that, because that doesn't require that. So the Xbox One is also making some pretty weird noises there, so I can't really get the Xbox One working right now. So I'm probably not gonna do more delays on the Cartoon World Tour Part 2, because I was planning on showing you like the more the realities part of it, but it's that's not working very well either. Apparently, I got in touch with Microsoft, and they said I might have to have it repaired by some third-party guy. So I'll think about that. But it might just be the HDMI cables, because I did unplug it quite a bit lately. So maybe it's that. I don't know. I'm gonna see if that's maybe the cause of it. So new TV, new day, someday maybe. What else? But yeah, Christmas wasn't too bad. Got a few new Black Series lightsabers. I got Kit Fistos here, and it's kind of nice, I got Kylo Ren's, the non-Supreme Leader edition. So this one has like weathering on the handle. It's a bit bigger, and the blades you can't really take out, but still pretty cool nevertheless. Yeah. So yep. Team Luster Day, Daves, how are you? And yes, they are very cool, Mr. Blitz. Is that right? And here we have Palpatines. Yes, I know who you are. But that's all they're going to release as, and I was like, oh, I gotta have that, Very, very few things actually do that to me in life, Haven't really felt this way since Daisy BB Guns announced they were going to be re-releasing the Red Ryder BB gun. I was like, oh, I gotta have that. So yeah, definitely one of the cooler things I've gotten these past few years, I think. And here we have the Cross of Coronado I was debating about getting for years for Indiana Jones. You know, it's still pretty cool nevertheless. So I can actually wear this. Change that bag, but so this is that. I got my brother to make me something too, so I'll probably show you. Show you that as a review pretty soon. I got a few more ideas. I got a few more, review ideas too. So that's in the making too. I just been in the process of trying to paint it some, which didn't really work out very well. The paint started coming off after a few weeks, and so now I had to sand the paint off, then start over, and then I had to apply some vinegar on it to get it to stop getting this black residue on my hands. Apparently, it's aluminum. It's a machine aluminum piece. So, and apparently, if you sand aluminum enough, you're gonna start getting like some black residue on your hands, and that's just not fun. So, I've had to sand that down with a dish rag. But yeah, I'm sorry, not a dish rag. It's like a scrubbing pad or whatever. And now it's a little vinegar on there, and hopefully that'll be the end of that soon. I can probably try to, do that in a review or something. And maybe I'll use like black electrical tape or something. Some people have suggested I try like Flex Seal or something other like that, but I don't know. Depends how easy it is to get the excess stuff off, because there's surely going to be some mistakes made on my part. But what else? So yeah, I'll probably get those out to you pretty soon, and we'll do something like that. Just more costume reviews as well. I had to move upstairs, of course, as you see here, because the dust mites in the basement is really kind of getting to me. So just to get a little more space up here now. I don't have to keep a lot of stuff in my closet anymore. So who wants to see the lightsabers work? I got the blades around here somewhere. I can probably just. Yes. All right. I got one yes. So why don't we do it? All right. So, yeah. Get pistols here. A lot of people have done reviews of these new lightsabers they've been coming out with. So I don't know if I'm gonna do some more reviews of mine anytime soon, but at least I can show you what they look like, So a lot of these have like a blade plug that you kind of put in here in place when the blade's out, and then you just kind of put this in here. Nice little arrow there. You kind of line up with the blade there, and kind of wait till you get that sound effect. And then the cap you have to kind of slide over the blade, which is a little tricky because this is kind of tight, for some reason, and it's a little bit on the tighter side for some reason. Like some guys have like trouble, attaching the cap to the handle, but for me, that's not much of a problem. You just gotta really push it down a little more. Hang on. There we go. So, okay, I'm just gonna slide that in like this. I kind of wanted to get the one they get the older model where they have the display stand that kind of matches the rest of mine, but I don't know. The supply kind of dried up, and So now I have to deal with the new display stands they have now, which don't really have any storage compartment to them, which kind of annoys me. I kind of miss that on the old ones, but yeah, they got these new display stands for these actually now. So you can put the blade in the hole there and it look like it's floating, you know. It kind of look like it's like all balanced, but and then of course the Elite lines have these kind of display stands like Palpatine's, so that's kind of nice. You know, give them a different display stand, you know, because they're more, you know, up there with the iconic characters. But yeah, apparently with Palpatine's you have to use an Allen wrench to get the batteries in and out, which is kind of annoying. So I've had to deal with that, but yeah. And then there's a twist knob. So his runs on AAA batteries, which is nice. You know, it makes it a little easier having to take the batteries in and out all the time. But you know, yeah, has some nice little yellow lights on there. These don't light up, but they're there. Some purple ones down there, and there's the belt clip down there, which is a little tighter than my other one. So I don't think it will slide out as well, which is good. I guess they did a little bit of a different, bit of a motion sound effect on his, because when I swing it, you know, it's a little bit more sensitive. It's not going to it's actually going to, you know, pick up every single swinging motion I do. It's not like the others where you swing it and don't get anything sometimes, but they really did kind of try to work that out a little bit more, I think, which is nice. So probably never would have noticed this in the movie, but you know, it's amazing how much detail they put into these kind of props. But yeah, there's that. All right, so Kylo Ren. They say to remove his the battery pack with a coin, but I don't do that. Apparently, I can do it with my fingers here. So, just gotta have a steady enough hand, apparently. All right. So, and apparently, part of the lightsaber is built into the battery pack there, so that's kind of neat. You know, he got all the inside workings in there as well. So the sound comes out of there, and then you got through there. I didn't really know actually that they made a Supremely Leader Edition Kylo Ren until after I ordered this. I was like, oh, but whatever. I'm not really a huge fan of them. I'm not really like a huge fan of the sequel trilogy, so I just kind of like, you know, was happy with this, I guess, you know. But the Supreme Leader one does have like a bit of a better paint job on it, and apparently the blades here are removable. You know, you can take them out. They're like vacuum tubes and stuff. So yeah, and the slide switch is up here for this one, and then the Supreme Leader Edition, I believe, is right on the back here. And then I'd be a little iffy about holding it though. This wire is kind of you know, unsteady. Just to let you know, but okay. Also got some rechargeable batteries here recently, so I've been kind of using these for various things instead of having to go out and buy more AA's for every little thing. I can just, you know, use them in video games or whatever. So I'll probably just take these out and use them. Okay, so I got those, and then I got like 4. I probably should get like 6 next time I'm out, because that'll enable me to be able to use them for both lightsabers without having to take any of them out. I think that's the most thing out of all the things I own, I think the 6 double A's. This is the most batteries anything ever takes. So if I do that, I'll just be able to get that covered. And I think what takes 6 double A's is my Mace Windu 4-step-X lightsaber. So go figure. And yes, I do have more. I do have more lightsabers than this. You know, I started off with Mace Windu, and then I'm like, I gotta get more. These are cool. So I think the dark saber is next for me. I'm not really a huge fan of all the characters, so I probably won't get all of them. But they just came out with Rays, I think now, or they're coming out with Rays. I don't know, but debated about the dark saber, and I was like, why not? You know, Darth Maul had it for a while, and so. Okay, so I think the arrow you line up here. Hang on. How's everyone doing, by the way? I hope you're in good health. There you go. Nice. That is good, Mr. Question Mark Man, whoever you are. A few people in my family have caught COVID, but none of us have died from it, luckily. So I haven't. I think my sister, one of my younger sisters, got it from her roommate. This is the problem of trying to put this thing back in. It's kind of tight. Hang on. Oops. All right, that rechargeable battery is kind of. Hang on. Okay. Oops, I hope it doesn't damage something. Okay, so yeah, my sister, she got COVID from her roommate, I guess. She got over it. My brother-in-law, I guess, might have been exposed to someone from it at work. But he never caught it, I don't think. This is how you kind of put it in there. It's kind of tight. There we go. Okay. That's off. Good. Okay. So just my brother-in-law, I think, may have been exposed to it when it first got here. He was out in Utah for training, I guess, and they sent him back to his hotel room. They just didn't do much with him for then, but other than that, I think we were okay, really. But oh yeah, I think one of my cousins got it too. Actually, she got it at work, and she got over it as well. But you know, they got the. There we go. She started to be able to smell her dog's farts shortly after getting it, so that's how she knew she was over it. Apparently. Okay, Kylo Ren. Yeah. Kind of a nice little flickering effect too, you know. It's what I really like about. They really try to get that detail just right there. So yeah. It certainly does, Mr. Question Mark. I'm start calling you that, I guess. I don't know how to say that, you know, question mark. But I've seen a lot of different kinds of lightsabers out there now. Apparently, like there are guys on Reddit, of course, that have like a lot of the off brands. And they're like, oh man, you know, the Black Series, yeah, that's. And then they'll talk about theirs, which has like, you know, the multiple colors and stuff and different sound effects they can do. And I'm just like, just give me something that looks like from the movie. I'm happy, you know. So, but apparently there are kinds of these kinds are out there. Like they can. Where was I going with this? There are lightsabers out there like this that can, like, you know, that have like different like sleeves, I guess you could put on the blade to where it looks like it's a little more flickering, I guess. I finally got that makes one, but he's he makes them in limited qualities, or he's not, or they're not for sale, you know. But he's a pretty interesting guy. If you ever get a chance to look him up, he's called the Proplicator, I think. Okay, so that goes back. So that's Kylo Ren. That's Kit Fisto. Palpatine. I'll show you in a minute. If you can't watch this right now, you can come back and you know, comment later. You know, I always try to get back to you guys. You know, so I'm not like one of those YouTubers that just says, hey, you know, like, comment, and I don't really care, you know, but I do. So I guess you didn't know. So you can come out later and comment or whatever if you want. I don't really mind, but the more the merrier, like I said. Got some traffic cones too, so I can store these things in there, you know, so. Store this in there, and I can store my prescriptions in there, and all sorts of things. You really think of things, so. Just got one over there, I got one over there, and a little pop-up one on the other side of the bed there, so. I just like weird things. Okay, so apparently Palpatine's lightsaber in the movie. Yes, the mighty traffic cone, yes. Alright, so apparently Palpatine's in the movie. It has like a cap like this. And of course, this being the real world, we can't get a blade to come out a hole that small, so we can have to. So they include a second cap, which you put on here when you want the blade in. And unlike a lot of these other unlike a lot of the Force FX lightsabers out there right now, like I don't think Palpatine's has a battery pack with a cover on it, because the battery package sits so loosely in here. Like there's so much room for it in here that it's really not necessary to have it on there apparently. But the others, you know, it's very tight, you know. So if you don't put your batteries in there, if you don't put the batteries in the battery pack, you know, tight enough, it could end up being stuck in there, like I did with my Yoda one actually. It was a nightmare trying to get that thing out, but here it's just there we go. There's not an arrow in there to line it up either. You gotta line up the notches or something. But so that goes up over there, over the top. So caps are pretty close, I guess. You just gotta just a little less cone shaped, I guess, from the side there. But oh well. Okay, so the Allen wrench goes there. The screw comes out all the way, actually, so you don't lose it. I remember when they first introduced the screws that you only had to loosen, you know, I kind of stripped it because I wasn't familiar with it. But yeah, this one apparently it comes out all the way, so just try not to hello, Mr. Typical. It does, like I said, it does come out all the way, so you don't have to. You might just end up losing that and then kind of find a replacement with just blah, but there we go. And I guess the cap on here is like spring loaded, so I might have to put my phone down in order to tighten this up because it's going to be a nightmare to line up. There we go. See? Tiny screw. Not a lot of sound for that, for the speaker, for the sound to come out on the cap here, but they tried, you know. Has this nice little point at the bottom, like Kit Fisto's, so. That's another thing I've wondered, you know, about, that I've noticed about a lot of the lightsabers in the movie and stuff. Like, the humans have, like, a very colorful lightsaber, you know, Palpatine and Anakin and Obi-Wan, they all have gold on theirs, and the simple alien background characters, you know, they just have mostly just chrome handle, you know. Kit Fisto, Maul, Plo Koon, all them, you know, if you really pay attention, you'll notice. So the Palpatine one here is actually part of a what they call the Elite line, I guess. It has like a few more features that the rest of them don't. So I'll show you in a minute, actually. But so that goes back in there, pretty loose. You know, it doesn't have to. Not too much of a struggle to get it back in there, but the cap is just a nightmare. Another thing I've kind of thought of lately is like, you know, the convertic wheel, you know, that enables the Jedi to hang it on their belt. You know, I wonder if Palpatine had one on there at one point, and that's what this was for. Because it's about the same color as it's about the same. It's like a rose gold color, you know, like kind of like how Windows is like a gold one on his. So I don't know. I don't know if he had one on there at one point in the in canon, and then he got rid of it to because he was going to carry his up his sleeve. Master, I found an Imperial Guard. What should I do? Master. You calling me Master, or are you calling? You're telling the master on me. There we go. Okay. Okay. What does it take to be an Imperial Guard? A typical dude. Well, apparently you have to be selected, and then they will take you to a place for training. I believe they call this place the Pit. Basically, you're faced off against you know, a bunch of other teams, I guess, and it's you and another guy. You know, it's like teams of two, and they all have to fight each other and to the death, and then they just keep doing this until there's only two more guys remaining, and then the screw. And then the last of the two guys, that remain have to kill each other in the end because they're Palpatine wants the best of the best guarding him, so he only wants the sole survivors of this. Yeah, a lot of training to kill just to kill my colleague. You know, it's like Vader has even stopped by personally, and he actually said, you know, to test us, and he said, you know, if I can easily defeat you guys, then you're not qualified to be. How well do I get treated? Yeah, it's decent. I don't really do it for the pay, I guess. It's more about protecting the Emperor because this guy's my life. You know, I give the basic essentials: food, clothing, shelter. But yeah, like I said, Vader will sometimes drop by and say, you know, if I can easily defeat you guys, you probably don't deserve to be. Rest in peace, Padima. Yes, amen to that. If Vader has stopped by and told us, you know, if I can easily defeat you guys, you don't deserve to protect the Emperor, because that means anybody can get to him. All right, so green button to activate it. Got a nice old red blade. Hold the green button down for force lightning. Yeah. This has been known to come with like a seizure warning, so if you have seizures from things like this, I'd be careful. But and then they got the red button on this side for blaster deflect bolts. You know, kind of just tap it like you're deflecting it, and then hold the red button down to act like you're cutting through a door, like Qui-Gon in the Phantom Menace. You know. Imperial Guards are force sensitive, but they don't use it. Yeah, I think some of them are. They go on to become the Shadow Guard or something. But we are allowed to carry our own lightsabers too, I've heard. So, but yeah, pretty cool lightsaber, I think. Got a nice little. It's a little different. So yeah. Pretty nice. I thought about getting a second one though, because I noticed Palpatine carried two in the Clone Wars. So I don't know. I just thought I'd do one for now because I don't know how ambidextrous I am at being able to carry two things in each hand. So I'm right-handed, so I'll see what happens. So yeah. So these are the three I got for Christmas, and then there's I got Mace Windu, Darth Vader Episode 4, Yoda, Dooku, Obi-Wan Episode 3, Darth Maul. Darth Maul's halves over there too. So what is under clear cloak? We are. Oh yeah, the mentions over there. Well, when I used to work for the Galactic Republic, we had nothing really, but the Palpatine gave us a bit of an upgrade. You know, we carry a vibroblade, a little blaster pistol. We're basically like a little walking arsenal. So really, only weapon you're going to see us carry is the Force Pike, though. You'll see us have that, and if need be, we can, you know, open things up and, you know, best of the best, you know. Quiz: what was Anakin's midichlorian count? Oh, yeah. I remember this. I can remember this. Obi-Wan said it was off the chart. Master Yoda did not have a midichlorian count that high. Yeah, I don't know. I can't remember exactly, but what if someone knows the answer, please say it. I'm pretty sure I could find out easily by just a quick YouTube search, but this is one of the last things I had on my mind when I ordered all these. I'm like, where am I going to store these? I don't exactly want to drill a hole in the wall right now if I'm in the process of moving out of here, because that's going to be more things to fix. You know, have to fill those holes with drywall patch and things, and but 20,000. Okay, that's right. That sounds about right. Yeah, store them in the traffic cone. Yeah, just there you go. Like that. Boop. Yay. Yeah, that's a lot of weight. I don't know if I would trust it. The blade might do that, but you know, I think overall they do kind of belong on the stand here. There you go. That's kind of nice. Kind of looks like the Death Star walls, you know, all the cutout they have in there, and this would have like light shining through it normally. I'll probably show you what the other display stands are like, actually. So Kit Fisto and Palpatine have these stand apparently. Didn't Vader tell you I took his cook? Yeah, don't tell me. Hopefully he's not watching this live stream, right? They had peanut butter cookies, Anakin. They had chocolate chip cookies, Anakin. We had peanut butter. Really? That's a funny meme, actually, if you ever got a chance to see that one. It's like Anakin's in the process of being in the volcano, and it's like talking about cookies, you know? Okay, so the goal is to just kind of place them like this, to where it's even. Yeah, there you go, see? So just kind of pull the handle out, like, away from the stand in such a way where it kind of looks like that, you know, so. They say you can probably, like, turn the stand over the other way and put the hand hilt in right there that way, but I don't know. It just hasn't really worked out for me that well. I don't know why. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. So it's supposed to like go like that or something, like the hilt in the middle of the stand or something like that. I have no idea, but I do miss the storage compartments in the old display stands though, because they can You can put the blade plug in there and the any extra accessories the lightsaber came with. I guess the screws are there for you can mount it on the wall like that, but maybe put it in the opposite way. Okay. So yeah. So that's the storage compartment in the old stand. And I guess the first few they made when Master Replicas had Star Wars, they didn't have a storage compartment at all, so it was just regular old display stand, and I was like, okay, innovation, I guess. That's Hasbro for you. So I got the costume, of course, in there still. I still got it in the box right there. Got my Indiana Jones costume on top of it right now, but it's in there still in pretty good condition. I want to put it on again. I just need to maybe shrink this movie pile down a little more, and then I can probably put that on, and maybe I'll go back to the shooting there, doing another video there with it or something. So yeah, maybe I'll do like a little Q&A session or something now. How about that? Hardest part being a job. Have you met General Grievous? Hardest part about my job, I'd say, would be I don't know. I wouldn't say my job is that hard, really, except for the training. You know, once I get past that, it's pretty easy. You know, just it's fairly quiet for the most part. You know. I guess if I had to say something, it probably would be the tension, you know, because sometimes I don't do a good enough job, and Vader can retaliate, and I get punished pretty bad for it. And apparently, Vader I've been having to report back to Vader's activities to the Emperor every now and then, so he'll tell me I don't think he likes that very much, but you know. Have I met General Grievous? I don't. No, I don't. But I heard about that guy. Apparently, he was one of those pawns that Grievous the Emperor had for a while. He had him for a while just to to do his dirty work, and he just kind of got rid of him as he always does. But you know, maybe I'll show you the costume actually. Show you it's still there. Do you miss your colleagues? Yeah, I do. I think a little bit. It's there's some good times. Here's the rest of them there. There's Dooku, Yoda, Darth Maul there. And there's Obi-Wan. No, that's Windu, I think. Yeah. All right. I'm going to put these. This is the problem. I managed to get most of my stuff in this one room, but, you know, tight space is tight. Yeah, something stuck here. Ta-da. So, expect to see that again soon. Maybe I should get like a mannequin or something, you know, just have like have that on display 24/7 instead of in a box, but that'd be kind of a freaky thing to wake up in the middle of the night to, standing at the foot of your bed. Hello, Halfix. just in time. So yeah, got the rest of the boxes over here as well. Here are the boxes actually to the new ones. So there's Palpatine and all his likeness. There's Kit Fisto. They're now starting to put like a little drawing of the guy on the boxes now, which is kind of nice. You know, that's one thing they kind of missed, I guess. And then they got the Star Wars language written, labeled on various parts of it. I forgot what they call it exactly, but I did some translating. Basically says the color of the blade, the length, things like that, and color ends. Apparently, they just said the blade was long. They didn't exactly tell you how long, so I thought that was kind of funny. But yeah, good job to the Postal Service getting this here. Which ship was the best to drive in? I would say it's my own personal TIE fighter, my own starfighter, really. I mean, only ships I've really drove were the Imperial landing craft that you see in Return of the Jedi, and that, so yeah. So, it's Darth Vader. Apparently Vader's has a episode 5 and 6 lightsaber are slightly different. He continued to modify them as the years went on. So the grips would be slightly longer and there'd be like wires running in and out of there normally, but this is what it looked like in episode 4, so apparently when they went to go shoot episode 5, they lost the hilt, so they had to make a new one, and that explains why it's so different. But Yoda, it's actually more accurate, I guess, more accurate measurement of what the lightsabers are in the movie. But you know, did they make them all bigger just to make Yoda's look realistic? There's Vader. Do you know the guy who shot the Death Star? No, but I would like to meet him one day. Putting me out of work, I'd like to give him a little piece of my mind. And there's one of Maul's there. So you got windows. No pictures on these really. You got Dooku's right there. I probably should get a new Dooku display stand actually one day, because when I bought these at the time, it was missing parts, and I just never bothered to yet. But Obi-Wan, yeah, bad news indeed. It was. I just escaped. Now what do I do? Okay. Hang on a minute, guy. Yeah?
There's a case of water in the trunk. We don't need it immediately.
All right. Sorry about that. So, yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much all that's new here. You know, it's I'm glad I got into the whole video game Let's Plays thing, because a lot of guys are getting into those right now, and I'm like, yeah, I probably should do a few of those. A typical dude, question mark. I don't know. Some people would just let me know about a case of water or something. So yeah, I guess that's Q&A, anyone? yeah, like I'll just say that as my commander. Yeah, she let me know about some water she found on a nearby planet. Or something. So on the first Death Star, he right before it. So on the first Death Star, he was right before the shot. Yeah, I guess you could say that, Mr. Reed. Or Mrs. So yeah, that's the channel update, I guess, for now. Main reason the Xbox was starting to make some weird noises, so I thought I'd stop for a little while to give you guys a bit of an upgrade, update on things. I don't want to go too long. I know you guys probably have some other things to do today and tonight, so I probably won't go too long. But yeah, if you guys have any Luke, Luke, I'm your father. No, I'm your father. Funny story actually about that. That was a pretty big secret when they first filmed it, and after the line was said in the movie, Harrison Ford turns to Mark Hamill, Luke, and says, "Hey kid, you didn't tell me that." It's pretty funny. But yeah, only like 3 people knew about that at the time of the filming, and they told Mark Hamill, and he's like, if this leaks, we're gonna know it was you. So will I be making any more Imperial Guard videos? Yes, I think I'll make a few more. I got another one idea. I got a few more I want to do. I'll probably be I'll probably do another one pretty soon here. I just want to make some progress in a few more areas and kind of reviews. Not so much. Well, reviews more than I guess Let's Plays for now. But yeah, I'll probably have those out in the next few months, next few weeks, hopefully. So yeah. So, anybody else have any other questions? Yeah. Ask away in the comments. I don't know. I don't know either, typical dude. I don't know. Crazy world we live in. How do I have so many lightsabers? I don't know. It just started off as a one thing, I guess, and I just thought I gotta get more, and I guess they're the one thing I really wanted at the time. Really, they're still one of the top things I only care about. I guess right now, I don't enjoy every single piece of Star Wars memorabilia out there, so that saves me a lot of time and money on things. I could just say I don't care about the Funko Pops or things like that, so I just stick to lightsabers, and that's how I'm able to acquire these, I guess, so quickly, and I make pretty good money, I guess. Of course, I had to earn Yodas actually by getting some of my teeth pulled. Apparently I was having some problems with my baby teeth, so I earned that one through pain, I guess. But yeah, I got those out as I got Yodas as a reward, I guess, for all that. Let's see. And of course, some of these I found on sale pretty good. You know, they're. Yeah. I guess Darth Maul's actually ordered two at once because I figured I was like, if I don't get two now, I probably will never get two. So I actually ordered two in the mail, and both of them came at the same time. It was great, you know. Do you have so many? So if I get the Darksaber pretty soon, I'll probably be after. They'll probably be my 11th one there. That'd be pretty nice. What happened to Luke's hand? I don't know. Vader told me they got into some kind of an altercation on Bespin or something, and I'm sure he would like it back if anybody ever finds it. How's my relationship with Vader? It's okay at best, you know. It's like I said, Palpatine tells me, you know, report back to him every is going on, so we can always have the upper hand on him, and so he doesn't like me very much for that, you know. And he knows he can easily defeat me, but you know, he knows he'll be in bigger trouble with the Emperor if he does. So you know, I guess you could say I'm kind of like a little bureaucrat when it comes to stuff like this. Can't touch me. Might as well start playing that song around him. So let's what else? Oh yeah, I guess when are we gonna talk? Well, when I'm out on duty, standing at doorways, I guess like right now is when I can really talk. Other than that, I'm supposed to be extra quiet. So apparently the Darth Maul ones have an adapter that they come with, and you kind of adjust it with an Allen wrench. And if you do this enough, eventually you'll get the all the buttons on the lightsabers to line up like in the movie. So a little bit of a manual adjustment there, but the sound will come out here in the center there. So other than that, they'll give you like a little battle damaged half for each half, you know, with a little crystalline wire there. I'll probably show you that one too, since the lightsabers are so popular. Let's keep talking about them. So there's Vader. Obi-Wan, are you allowed to use your lightsaber at work? Yeah, well, I guess if someone were trying to attack the Emperor, yeah, and in extreme scenarios that the other weapons wouldn't be any useful. Probably would. There's Dooku. Any thoughts on Han Solo? Oh yeah, the rebel scum guy with the brown hair. Yeah. I don't know. They're all the same to me, really. You know, just yeah. So you got the wire right there. See, the crystal. It's kind of nice. So so in order to attach both hats, you would unscrew the battery cap here and put the adapter in place. Yeah, I guess you could say I am the new General Grievous, really. You know, I forgot how many lightsabers he had exactly, but I think it was at least 4, 5, 6, 7. I'd be at least 8, right? You know, he had some in his cloak, and then he had 4 arms, obviously, so that's 1 for each arm, and then a few extras. Palpatine destroyed most of the lightsabers after when the Empire was formed, so you know, there's no way. Nice old bonfire or whatever. Yeah, there's Mace Windu's right there. I just love the story about Mace Windu's lightsaber though. George Lucas tells him, you know, well, good guys are basically, here's Yoda. He has green buttons on there. Bad guys have green or blue, and then bad guys are red. It's just the way it is. And he says, no purple? And he's like, yeah, you might get purple. So, it's kind of funny. So yeah, maybe I'll do some reviews on these later. I don't know. I just don't like doing like videos that a lot of people have already done, you know. I'd rather be different and try to be unique, so if I have no ideas, you know, I'll just, you know. Hey, here's another review. So yes, it is a final collection indeed. The good side or no? I thought I was on the good side. I mean, if you think about it, all what I've heard about with the Jedi, you know, they kidnap kids and he is. Yeah, see, I am. See, the Jedi kidnap kids and they force them into, you know, when they kidnap them when they're young, you know, they force them on, they force their beliefs on them, and the Emperor brought balance to the Force. He equaled out the number of Jedi and Sith there were in the galaxy. You know, before him it was just like 10,000 Jedi and 2 Sith. Now it's like, you know, you got Yoda and Obi-Wan and him and Vader. You know, so it's even Steven. Yeah, see, it's true. I thought it was Windu, you know, his purple lightsaber with his blue and red, you know. Qui-Gon shows up. No, it's this boy. What? You're trying to steal my thunder. So. Misinterpretations. As being such a terrible thing. Good guys or bad guys from a certain point of view. So I want to do more Let's Plays. Obviously, I want to do more Call of Duty. I want to do what else? Maybe more Minecraft World Tours. I've been doing a little bit more work on those as well. I got like some maps I started on an account that I tried to get started but didn't really end up working out. So I'll probably do a tour on that one too. And of course, my Minecraft maps on the 360, they are a lot older, so they have a lot of there's a lot of progress on those. I got like streetlights and a bridge and all sorts of things on that one. So things I never really built again. One reason I didn't want to, and the other reason was, you know, I don't think it was going to fit on the. I don't think it was quite going to work on any other map except that one. So, but yeah. So it's almost. So the leaves are starting to fall down here again now. So I'll probably be raking up those pretty soon. And fall is my favorite season. I can't really enjoy it until I start enjoying it again until after I rake all the leaves up. And there's a ton of trees around our property. So mostly from our neighbors because he wants to have an entire forest in between, you know, right next to our property stake there. So it's. After I rake up all those leaves, then I can start enjoying fall again, you know, so several trash bags full of leaves, and apparently I can't burn them, so I have to take them to the compost site, and it's a mess. It's a mess either way you look at it. Yeah. Yes, true. Yes, it is true. C9. Just wasn't sure what I wanted to do for all these years. Now it's like, oh, now what do I do? Do you know any other Imperial Guards that have a YouTube channel? Yes, actually. There's the Royal Guard. He posts, memes and stuff, short videos. How did you get all those lightsabers? Palpatine gave a few of them to me. He gave me a few lightsabers. Other Royal Guard channels. Makes sense. Yes. So let's see. There's the Royal Guard. He posts. I think there's a 27 and a 12. He just got to replace my 28 with a different number. I could probably put a few links to their channels in the comment section after this live stream here, and you guys can go check them out. But there's a whole bunch of numbers really. There's a 22. There's a Imperial Guard number 22 from Germany. I've been kind of talking to on Facebook. You guys can go check that out. Check out my pages on there too as well. I got Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and a Tumblr, so you guys can go check those out if you want. I'll answer your messages directly from there, and it'll only take me about an hour or so. Haven't watched you in less than like a year. Yes. I hate you all. Yes. Why do you hate us all? Why, Mr. Krabs? Why does he hate us so? Which form do I like? Which lightsaber form? Which lightsaber form do I like? I guess if I had to choose a favorite, it probably would be Dooku's, whatever form that is. But it's like lightsaber to lightsaber combat, really. Probably because I'm old-fashioned, really, and I think it's pretty useful. Yeah, Form 2, I think that's what it's called. Thank you, A Typical Dude. I guess that's one reason why Dooku decided to leave the Jedi Order. They were going to stop teaching Form 2 because they were like, we're the only ones in the galaxy that has lightsabers. Dooku was like, yeah, but there could be more people that could get lightsabers in the future, and we're going to have to deal with those guys. And he was kind of right in a way, because apparently, look, now you got the Empire, and so I can understand, I really like Dooku, though. He's probably one of my favorite, actually. It's Dooku or Obi-Wan, really, I think, for me. Yeah. The sequel trilogy, though. That's another video for another day that I'll probably do my thoughts on. Not one of my most favorite ones, but I'll definitely share. Battlefront. Do I play Battlefront 2? Well, I played the first one on the PlayStation 2, I think. I think I played the second one on the PlayStation 2. Reed Sorensen does play Battlefront 2, he says. I got the Squadrons video game for Christmas actually there, so I'm still kind of learning how to play it, though. I'm not exactly I'm not the best kind of guy when it comes to the vehicle games, the ships and stuff. I'm just not very good at them. Cars and stuff. So maybe I'll start playing that a little more in the future. Of course, it's on the Xbox One, so I gotta get that running again. And having a little bit of trouble with the picture and stuff. I know it's the HDMI. I know it's the HDMI cable. It's probably something internal. But yeah, force pikes. Let's talk force pikes. We haven't done that yet. That's my main weapon. We guys should be talking about that. Here's my plastic one. And what other things do you like other than Star Wars? I'm a big SpongeBob fan, I guess. I grew up in the '90s and the 2000s, so it's you gotta take what's there. And I kind of watched some of the old shows my dad used to watch, like the Flintstones and stuff, and they're pretty good too. But I guess that's part of becoming older is you don't really enjoy the new things as much. I've seen some of the stuff Disney Channel's been putting out. I'm just like, eh. So I personally can't watch cartoons anymore. Yeah, like I said, I'm not a big fan of the newer stuff. And SpongeBob, yeah, I'm not really a big fan of the newer stuff they've been putting out. But seasons 1 through 5 is probably my favorite. Most people I know only like 1 through 3, but I can do 5 because it's. Did you enjoy Rogue One? Yes, I did. Top Hat, Cheddar. Old SpongeBob is amazing, but I can't watch them. Oh. Yeah, I've heard it's not good for some kids. It makes them really hyper or something. I don't know. I don't know what it does, but I don't know. It's definitely I got the first 100 episodes on DVD, so somewhere. I don't know. I don't have them personally, but I know someone does in the family. And what else do I like? So SpongeBob, I like costumes. Obviously, I'm trying to trying those on really. Obviously, I like traffic cones. I got like 8 more in the garage, and then I got some little ones up here somewhere. A lot of weird things like that, I guess. Do you use your electro pike more than your lightsabers? Yes, I do, I think. It's the most visible, I might as well use it more, right? Come on. Traffic cones are cool, yes. I've been following a lot of traffic cone accounts on Instagram for some reason. There's quite a few of them out there for some. What else do I like? I've been trying to learn like a musical instrument or something, but I'm not exactly like. I guess I don't think I'm like very. I don't think I have much musical ability, so I'm just. I don't know. String wind, and I'm trying to each one, and it's not working out very well. I don't think so. I don't know. Maybe I'll just sell them and just stick with my musical collection, which is very different and unique. I got I've all sorts of different ones, different genres and such. Carnage or Vader? So cool as its finest. Carnage. Who was that again? Carnage. I'm sorry, my knowledge on the expanded universe or whatever it's called is iffy at best. I don't really read like the comic books of like Star Wars very much. I'll watch like videos on it and stuff. And of course, now that Disney has pretty much rewrote the entire timeline of stuff like this, it's just you gotta know what's official, what's part of the official story, and what's not now. And I don't know, it's a big mess. Rogue One is good, like I said, though. To go back into detail of what Top Hat Cheddar said, I did enjoy Rogue One. Solo was okay. I wish they made Han Solo a little bit older than they did, but I guess that's my only real complaint about it. Really, I don't know if that's how he looked really in the comics or whatever, but What will I do in my future content? Well, like I said, I want to do another. I don't want, like I said, I want to do another. A few more Let's Plays. I want to do another what everyone thinks an Imperial Guard does all day. I want to do another one of those. I got another pretty good idea for that. I know everybody likes to do the whole face reveal thing, so I don't know. Maybe that's one of the last videos I'll do ever on YouTube. Just trying to create content with one of the least noted characters in the film. I don't know. It's just hard. It's hard sometimes. Take some time in thinking, but what else do I like? I'm a big history buff actually. Here's my book collection. Really, I'm a pretty big conspiracy theorist as well, you know. So not really too big on hearing the official story. Like what? Conspiracy theories like what? Or like, okay, yeah. Okay. Conspiracy theories. Well, everyone knows that I think just about everyone knows about John F. Kennedy, you know, JFK and the what was your favorite era? I think I like the 1700s to the early 1900s. I think it's probably my favorite. I noticed everything just started going downhill around the 1970s. You know, my mother is living proof of that because she can remember her dad driving her home one day, talking about how shoes were going to be started to be made in China, and now it's look where we are today, you know. 1700s are pretty cool, yes. You can't go wrong with the year of American independence, you know, that whole era. It's just very simple life back then, you know. You grow your crops, and then you just wait for them to grow, and yeah, colonial America. Yeah, colonial America is pretty cool. Yeah, it's Reed Sorian. What is your question? Revolutionary War, yes. Being the of course from a northern state, you know, I gotta like Abraham Lincoln and all. So that's with laser guns. Okay. Okay. Question about laser guns, blasters. How do you think robots will end out? Well, I don't really like where they're at right now, and if we're gonna start seeing them in every home, that's gonna be kind of with me too, because you know, you watch just about any sci-fi movie, you know, from iRobot to a lot of them what they made, you know, in post World War II. You know, it's the robots always end up trying to take over the world or take people's jobs, you know. But for me, it comes down for like two different things. You know, it's like if we're gonna have robots do all the work, then we should make society to where we don't need to work. Then you know we should just that's the only reason why people need jobs and to get paid and things because someone has to put in time and effort to provide for other people. So if you have robots doing all that, then, you know, everything should be free then, or we should have people maintaining robots as a job, you know. Everybody will have the same job maintaining robots, unless they have, you know, robots maintaining those robots and so on, but on the other hand, it does give us, you know, purpose in life is, you know, working and things. Isn't that what God told Adam on the fall of man, you know? I don't know. It almost seems like but it was pretty good, Mr. Reed Cimarron. I never want a fully automated world. Yeah, I don't either, I guess. I look at the old days. It seems like people employed everyone to do like the simplest little things. It's like before the invention of the time clock. They have literally had people that would write down the times every employee came into work that day, and innovation like that just put a guy out of work just like that, and it's like. So innovation like this is really killing jobs. It's. And we got the boomers with their controlling more than half the country's wealth and still expect us young people to get jobs and all the stuff that they did. And it's like, nope. My day was good, My day was good, by the way, Mr. Reed Sorzian. I have a question. Can you say again? Said it both two different ways, really. I feel like they could just add some sort of thing to prevent them from revolting, like human morals, like type. Yeah, iRobot kind of covered that. The movie iRobot, if you ever get a chance to see that, they have this thing called 3 Laws Safe, where they say the robot will not, kill or injure a human. A robot must obey all orders given to it, unless it conflicts with the first or second law. So, and I guess part of the movie is one of the robots, has those morals, but he can choose not to obey them, and so it kind of goes into detail of how that could happen and things. So, it's a very good movie, actually. Will Smith is in it, The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Will Smith. So you can go check that out if you want. It kind of takes place in Chicago, which isn't that in the year that's not too far away. Actually, it's pretty interesting. For what I understand about it, though, a lot of guys they wanted the movie to look like it wasn't like too far away. It wasn't too futuristic. It looks like we were just kind of right in the middle of super science fiction kind of stuff, but we're quite off the ground yet, sort of thing. But yeah. Yeah. Having things handed to you is cool, yeah, but you still gotta work, yeah. And I thought about this too. I'm like, what if all our heating, electric, and all that stuff was provided for us, but the things we wanted, like lightsabers or Nike shoes, what if those we had to work for? I think that people would actually work harder and they would enjoy working more because they're going to work for things they want versus the things they need, and so it's going to make their life a little more exciting, I guess. But then I'm like, okay, wait a minute. Somebody's going to have to work to get them their heating and electric, so make them a religion. Make who a religion? Who would win, Carnage or Vader? Oh yeah, that question, yeah. I wish I knew who Carnage was. I can't remember exactly. Yeah, make the robots a religion, yeah. Give them their own little religion. Yeah. Actually, I know Pope Francis actually recently said, if aliens were to come down and join in our church service, I would let them. Thou shalt not kill. Yeah. Exactly. We shall not murder, but we shall defend ourselves as the... Well, hopefully we shall defend ourselves. That's what I don't like about the East Coast today. The East Coast states, they've definitely, they're the states that gave us all those rights, but that seems the one that most restrict them now. Kind of strange. Yeah. Who is Carnage again, Mr. Reed? Uh, so is that. Yeah, I'm still going on an hour and a half here. Didn't think I'd do with this long of a live stream, but Carnage is a symbiote who is focused with somebody who uses blood for a symbiote. Somebody uses blood for. Is he from the Star Wars universe, Mr. Reed? I can't. Or is it just like a certain kind of character in general from like. Oh. Yeah. What games do I play? Let's see, Minecraft. I did a lot of Minecraft. I've been playing that since like high school. I do a lot of creative on there. I'm not really a survival kind of guy, but I'll do a lot of creative on there. I've actually built some pretty decent sized worlds on there to the point where the game will freeze shortly after loading up. Oh, it's from Marvel. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I have to still learn more about them. Carnage. I know the basic characters from Marvel and stuff. I think I would have learned more about them because they've been releasing Marvel movies like crazy lately. And I'm more of a DC fan. I think Mr. Hate You All. I know everybody likes to do the whole, Marvel versus DC, Apple versus Android, but I guess I really do like Marvel DC better. It's just. There's a comedian I follow. He actually got into an argument with one of his son's friends who was over. He's like, DC's better. He's like, yeah, DC's a fine. Obama lives there. I'm like, good one. But yeah, I think I'm definitely more of a DC fan. It's Batman, Superman, Green Lantern. You can't get much better than that, right? I mean, come on. I guess I'm just more of the underdog, because I was never, all favor for like the popular stuff, very much. Everybody deals with everybody likes the latest and the greatest and the popular things, and I'm just like, Abe Loth. Ah, man, I have no idea what you're talking about. Abe Loth. Who was that? Who was that again? Abe Loth. Abe Loth. What games do I play though? See, I played Minecraft. I used to play a lot of Call of Duty. I kind of stopped after a while because I noticed how they were starting to re-release the same maps over and over again, and just like they would change the weather or the colors or whatever, and I'm just like, okay, I'm done. $60 a game for something like this isn't worth it. So, but I still play from time to time. Especially the zombies one. I really like to play the World at War zombies a lot, and Black Ops was pretty good too. I used to do a lot of I actually planned on building like some of the Call of Duty Zombies maps in Minecraft. Actually, the guys who sold me my Xbox One was like said he actually managed to build the Call of Duty Zombies maps in Minecraft once, and I was like, okay, I should probably do that too. So I did that, and at least I got like the first two done. I kind of got stuck on Shino Numa, but that's in the process of development. She's from the Star Wars universe. Oh, man. Yeah, I definitely have to look her up when I'm done, I guess, because I have no idea. I've never heard of her, I don't think. Do you still play the old games? But that's on my Xbox 360. And the old games. Oh. Yeah, I play Plants vs Zombies, I guess too. I did some of that today actually. I tried playing the second one on my phone, but it's I don't know, a little iffy for me because I'm having to buy all the buy the next level, and I'm kind of stuck on the pirate missions and stuff. So let's see. I played some Guitar Hero in the past. I still have Guitar Hero. See, Minecraft, Call of Duty. Let me see if I can get my old collection out here. Actually. Ugh. Yeah, my Xbox One came with NHL 2016, but I never really played it much. These are some of the old Xbox gift one. The first Xbox that came out. I did some Halo. I did some Fusion Frenzy still. Madden NFL Fever 2003. But I don't know. I'm just not like a huge fan of Halo anymore either, because it's one of those games that you're either really good at or you're just not. I'm just kind of right now because a lot of guys can manage to kill me pretty easily, and I'm just like, I'm done. Oh yeah, so the Guitar Hero 5. Here's the 361s. Can't go wrong with Lego Star Wars, right? I mean, come on, gotta play that one. Some History Channel. There's friends wanted me to get Grand Theft Auto, so I did. I'm not very good at it, but my internet connection is kind of weird with it. But Halo Reach. I played some Portal with my brother back in the day, and Portal 2, and a friend of mine lent me Skyrim, so I haven't really done much with it though. I don't know. Focusing on other things for a while. But yeah, Minecraft, Plants vs Zombies, Call of Duty, those are pretty much my top 3 games, I think. My dad sold my third Xbox 360. Oh, that sucks. My mom really liked Space Invaders back in the day. That was one of her favorite games. We tried to get her to play Halo with us back in the early days, but she got stuck in a corner, so I don't think she really understands it too much, the new games. I guess my dad's not too much into video games either. He's yeah, my dad. See, your dad likes Space Invaders. I guess this is like a generation gap, This is like another one of those generational gaps, Mom's telling us to pause an online game, and we're like, we can't do that. Someday they'll all understand, All us older guys are gonna oh yeah, we understand you completely, son. We grew up. I guess all these I think the young kids though, they definitely have a lot easier than we did, because now I see the progression of flat screen to TVs where they are today, and they were just born and it was there, It's like, huh. Now I know how some of these older people feel. Eventually we'll be like them with our kids. Yes. Yeah. I think that just explains what's going on in the world right now. You get an entire generation of people who grew up in good times. They got whatever they wanted. They're gonna expect the same thing when they're older, and it's just gonna really put everything on a standstill for a while until they're moved on, and then we can start doing the things we've always wanted to do. I think it was my grandma's great grandma. Like, she grew up in a time when we were still using the horse and buggy, so things have changed a lot since then. Just goes to show, it's not. A lot of things were pretty recent compared to some things, and of course we're a younger country too. We don't have we haven't made all the progress Europe and Asia have made in theirs, because they've had thousands of years to do it, and we've only got started, a few hundred years ago. So it's like, of course you're gonna be brag about your 2,000 years of history. Yeah, we'll be like them eventually. I don't know. I've been thinking about it though. I'm like, maybe I should probably start my own moving company or something, because I've had a lot of experience doing that apparently, and I'm not having much luck finding jobs elsewhere right now. Yes, the Millennium Falcon is cool. I heard recently they were trying to make the inside look like a submarine. I'm like, oh yeah, I guess it does, yeah. They use a lot of real world inspiration for the props and things, because they're like, oh. Especially the aliens, they give them all the regional accents and things, and some say that's racist, but you gotta have to use what's already out there, because it's hard to come up with new things sometimes. And what other shows do I like though? See, Jimmy Neutron was cool. Hey Arnold, Fairly Odd Parents was nice. I guess I was more of a Nickelodeon kind of guy. I didn't really do too much Cartoon Network, but Courage the Cowardly Dog, Dexter's Laboratory. Basically, if there's a cartoon world tour on my channel, there are cartoon on my cartoon house Minecraft on my Minecraft worlds. If there's a house for that show, that's probably one of my favorites. So they're on there. Hey, look at this, the Royal Guard, by the way, guys. This is the one of the Royal Guard channels I was talking to you guys about. Go check out his channel. He posts a lot of Star Wars clips and things. You'll find me commenting on there as well too. Yeah. Yes, another Imperial Guard. This is what you get when you employ millions of people like this. You get lots of them out there, and that's the thing about the Empire. We created a lot of jobs. Building that Death Star and whatnot. All those Jedi wasting the money, we're wasting the Republic credits on the clones and stuff. Those are expensive. Palpatine comes in. Listen, we'll just have walkers instead. Okay, yeah, sure. Yes, glory to the Empire. Yeah. He's asking you, Mr. World Guard, if you're force sensitive. I can't answer that. Only you can answer that. But it came all to crashing down. Yeah. Ain't that just a coincidence? We became a 0 and 0 BBY. Apparently, the Senate guards became like, you know, museum security guards after the Empire was formed, you know. Pop's like, yeah, you know, you guys want your own security, you have to pay for it yourselves, but I'm only the only one that wants them here. Yes, I hear the story of Darth Plagueis the Wise every day. It's one of my favorites. Ooh. Yeah. Actually, had some stomach ulcers recently for a while, so I've been kind of dealing with that too on the side. That's pretty much, I guess that's one reason why haven't been on and off for a while. What did I do? What do you do? What do I do for a living? Who created the rule of two? That was Darth Bane, wasn't it? Mr. Reed. I hate you all. What is that? What do I do for a living? Yeah, my dad actually owns a small electronics shop around here in the Chicago suburbs. So I work there from time to time, you know, just cutting the grass mostly and things. But I don't know if it's the place for me. I might just have to go look elsewhere eventually. Because yeah, see, Reed, I knew it. Hopefully they won't be too picky about who they hire now, because, you know, if all these people died from COVID, you know, they can't be too picky on who they want to hire now, right? I mean, half the places I was walking into before all this was almost all woman staffed, you know, and it's like, okay, well, maybe I might just have to leave this town, go to another country if necessary. They say that's one of the things you should do, I guess, if you're having trouble, you know, getting employed or you want a fresh start, you know, you just. So I don't know. It's a pipe dream of mine, I guess. But yeah, I should have my sister's significant other. They're getting married, I guess, next October, and he has some plans to mess around with with a 3D printer. And I guess he's like a CNC machinist. I should probably have him make me the Return of the Jedi Force Pike, because that one's a little different, I guess, than the prequel trilogy model, which has like spikes up here instead of like these little rounded off edges and a bunch of other little funky designed hilt, you know. I showed it to Blueprint, so he might just do it, you know. So that'd be a nice little thing to show, do a review on, you know, in the future. I've seen some videos about some guys who have made one, and I tried to get one made actually by some of the local shops around here, and they didn't want to do it, so. Only Flanagan was master. Yeah, I thought. Kind of sad, isn't it? You know, the Jedi they hold people back, they demote them, they do all these things, and they wonder why everybody hates them or eventually turned on them, you know? It's like. What did Palpatine say in the Clone Wars? As you know, the first and only reality of the Sith, there can only be two. So there's less drama because there's only two guys fighting amongst each other. There's no, you don't have to keep all those people happy. You know, you just. Yeah. But it should bring us closer together if he builds that. I think he said he wants to make like some armor for my younger sister and him. They've been watching The Mandalorian as well. And I have too, actually. I think I saw the whole thing so far. What they made so far. Not a huge fan of the Mandalorians, groups, but I've seen it, so I can talk about that too. The rule of two was you can have two apprentices, but you have to kill one. Yes, actually, that's Dooku had Ventress for a while. Vader had Starkiller and the Force Unleashed. You ever get a chance to play that video game, The Force Unleashed? And of course, Dooku had Grievous. I guess in a way, which was kind of him, kind of Dooku's apprentice there, secret apprentice, temporary apprentice. That's the funny part, you have all these temporary apprentices, and they're gonna end up killing them at some point because it's like, or trying to kill them, and you're like, it's only temporary. You're being used. You're being a pawn. The irony. But the rule of two was a dumb thing. I guess in a way, yeah. I mean, yeah, everything has a up and downside to it, I guess. I'm not sure. On one hand, it makes it like harder, I guess, to track them down. There's only two of these guys in the galaxy, but it's like if you have multiple guys, you can still last longer. You can still keep the Order alive. You kill a few Jedi, the Order will still live on. But if but the Sith were always killing each other before this because they're like, oh, I hate you more. Just it all starts with one, and one can become a rogue, or little rogues easily become great ones. Benjamin Franklin wrote that. If you guys ever into that part of history as well. Yeah, history though. I used to be a pretty big fan of World War II and stuff. I used to study a lot of that, but I don't know. I just woke up one day and was like, I'm sick of this. So, but your anger can keep you alive. Yes, anger fuels me, as some say. I don't know. I guess anger does kind of keep me alive. Keeps me alive personally to some degree, but overall, I try to keep it very calm and cool because I'm like, I'm able to focus better and perform better if I do. So if I get angry, it only tends to make everything worse. So just. And of course, wrath, one of the 7 deadly sins. Let's try to, Anger, adrenaline, all that stuff is just. I don't know. I guess I'm really trying to simplify my hobbies a lot more because it's when you have this much stuff, then you begin to realize how much of a problem you have. So you just try to lose interest in some things and gain more in other ways. And I feel bad for Grievous. Yeah, I guess I do too. It's like, hey. Grievous said he was taught by Count Dooku, so he just taught him to spin the lightsabers around like a ceiling fan. I mean, what? What's my favorite Star Wars movie? Oh, Attack of the Clones. A lot of people really hate the Attack of the Clones. If you join any Facebook group, that's probably the #1 movie they like to pick on right now is Attack of the Clones. And the prequel trilogy isn't entirely, but it's my favorite though because. Hi, Atypical Dude, I'm back. Oh, that's right. Okay, so for years I didn't know we owned it on DVD. So I'm a little kid, like 11, 10 years old. I finally found it on our bookshelf of DVDs in the basement, and I was so happy, and I watched it, and everything all just made sense again after that, I asked my dad why didn't he tell us that we had it, and he's like, "Oh, I wanted you to find it or something." So it was cool. I think that's one reason why it's one of my favorites, to be honest. First time we see him in Mace Windu's purple lightsaber, and it just kind of fills the gap between what happens between 1 and 2, 1 and 3 as they often do, And apparently there's like 10 years between each film, so that explains why Anakin goes from a little 9-year-old kid to a young man, So I'm just thinking, what were they doing in between those 10 years? Oh, read the books to find out. He isn't Force sensitive, plus Dooku trained him in the worst one. Yeah. Being Force sensitive does have its perks, It's like I think they said Han Solo was the one of the few characters to not use the lightsaber who wasn't Force sensitive, So you think, okay, all the vast majority of people who have a lightsaber who have lightsabers are Force sensitive, and there were some guys actually on that actually made they made a lightsaber, I guess, a real, like, the closest thing to a lightsaber. It was basically like it was powered by like propane and stuff attached to their belts or something, and kind of like the early prototypes in the franchise. So I don't know. Will we have one in my lifetime? Our lifetime? Then you got all the aliens and stuff with their super technology that we sometimes hear about. I'm talking real aliens, like extraterrestrials. I do think aliens are possible too. I think of how vast and big space is, and I'm like, outer space is, and I'm like, okay, well, there has to be more out there because why would Earth be the only planet with life on it? I mean, come on, that doesn't make any sense. You have all this space, all this extra space out here. You might as well, fill it up with other things too. So, And then I think about, the Bible, Cain kills Abel, and he says, "Oh, whoever sees me will kill me. This punishment's too much for me to bear." I'm thinking, who's who? Because there's only like 3 people on Earth at this point. Some people say he could be afraid of Adam and Eve having more kids, and then finding out about this, and then tracking him down to kill him. But like, yeah, it's a possibility too. But if he was afraid of an animal doing it, he would have said, all the different kinds of animals they had at the time, because they have been known to do that. Tells them, naming all the different ones. If lightsabers were real, I would take Darth Maul. Yeah, I probably would too. Really, well, I guess I would see how I do with a single blade first. I used to be really good with Darth Maul's lightsaber. I guess I was almost like Ray Park himself, with the spinning technique and whatnot. But I don't know. That's the key, trying to fit a laser in such a small device. It's a small piece of metal. That's the key, It's very hard to do. They have, if you see like the real laser machines out there, they're practically on like an entire machine, and it's like we gotta get that into like a little bitty handling. I had plans to make, some armor too for my my Imperial Guard costume actually. I kind of got in touch with one of my old neighbors up here again after I moved back up, and we were planning on making something, but I guess COVID hit, and he had to work more to keep the hospitals clean and stuff. He works at a hospital and stuff, so he had to work more, and he's never really made plans after that. But I don't know. Whose lightsaber would I take though if I? Probably Dooku, really. I mean, that curved hilt really gives him a bit of an advantage. I've heard, he can swing it a lot easier because it's always toward the enemy a little more, and versus a straight handle. So yeah. I've seen a lot of videos about why Palpatine hated, Vader's lightsaber or Maul's lightsaber, and I'm like, why do you hate it? Because it's not small like yours, Palpatine. I mean, I can fit his lightsaber up my sleeve though. I managed to. That's one of the first things I did when I first received it in the mail. I put on a sweatshirt and I could see if I could fit it in the sleeve like he could, and I can, yeah. So that's definitely pretty accurate. It's a little shorter than the other guys, so it's definitely possible. Because double-bladed lightsabers distract the opponent's single blade. Distract? Yeah, I guess. I guess that's the lightsaber he was using in training, I guess, but he decided to let him keep it, and of course, it's not a double-bladed lightsaber anymore. Obi-Wan. Now it's half off. Oh boy, Star Wars puns. I love them. I'm a pretty big pun fan too. I joined a pun group on Facebook, and mostly old people, but I get some. I think some pretty good ones every now and then, and I always search the group to make sure it hasn't already been posted, and it usually has. So, um, yeah, almost 2 hours in. Trudy Key's blade is powerful with his form, and he cannot defeat Anakin. Trudy Keys. Trudy Keys, who's that? I definitely need to know more. I know some of the. I know a lot. I like a lot of the background characters and stuff, and I guess I want to know more, but I guess I just haven't really thought about it much. I'm just. So I'm not too obsessed. I don't know. Wow. Let's see. What else? I actually wore my Imperial Guard costume one Halloween, and I kind of tricked people into. As they went to go get the candy, I would react like I was like protecting the candy, and I almost wish I filmed it, but it was pretty funny. They thought I was a statue just standing next to it, and I just, like in the movie, and it's kind of funny. I almost wish I filmed it, though. If I can figure out a way how to do that sometime, I probably will. And a lot of treats out there, but there's not a whole lot of there's not a whole lot of tricks going on Halloween anymore. Dooku's lightsaber is powerful with his form, but he cannot defeat Anakin. Yeah. I guess it had like one flaw to it, though, and I guess he forgot about that briefly, and that's what caused him to get his hands cut off and eventually decapitated, so. Apparently Dooku was, I've heard Christopher Lee, though, he was actually related to a guy who had a curved sword in real life. I forget his name exactly. I think it was Charlemagne or something. He had a. That's why he has a gold sword, a curved lightsaber hilt, because it kind of reflects on that. That's a little Easter egg, but. But yeah, new profile picture, of course, on my channel. I think you probably noticed that by now. I try to really do new things every now and then. I just don't want to do what everybody else is doing. Everybody has the same profile picture, and I'm seeing a lot of those guys with the talentless rider and the birds and the sunglasses and stuff. I'm just like, let's try to keep it Star Wars related for the most part. Try to have the same profile picture for at least a year, for a few years, and then I'll change it, because. It's like a little cone-shaped plug or whatever. Yeah. I guess the Mace Windu lightsaber that they make now is like it runs on 3 AAA batteries, and it's only I almost wish they waited because I'd be saving a lot less on batteries and a lot more on batteries now. And um, Darth Vader's now blade is now removable. So again, wish I waited. I was debating about which Obi-Wan lightsaber to get at the time. You know, I was like, okay, this one looks like. I was debating about getting the one made by Master Replicas, which has a difference of a more of a different hilt design. It was like it had a bit more of a gold finish to it, and then there was that one which had the removable blade. So I was like, yeah. So I ended up getting that one because I really like the removable blade feature on all of them. So I try to get as many of those as I can. So yeah, that's the way I'm iffy about doing like a collection of my lightsabers. I don't know if I'm gonna get more in the future and then just have like big collection show video one of them one of these days, or it's like they haven't had another one. It's like I gotta do another one. So I don't know. Thank you for all of you guys who subscribe, by the way. I'm almost at 1,000 now, and I think I can start advertising on here and making some money, so I could really use that. I guess some guys they don't want to like offer you any advertising deals until you like have at least 1,000 subscribers. So we're on the Dreadnought's ship before it hit the Death Star. I was near the elevators, I think. Mr. Reed, I think I was near the elevators there, yeah. Wasn't on the top floor, but I was there near the elevator and trying to stop Vader from getting in. I think there was a recording out there of it, actually. It's not very well known, but it's out there, and apparently though I am getting some ads on my YouTube channel. Like I watch some of the more popular videos. They have like a few million views, and I haven't received a dime from that, but I don't know if they're gonna let it build up or something or not. But I don't know. I just hope I get to choose my advertisers because I don't want to advertise condoms on my channel or something. No, not my kind of thing. Yeah, some of these look. And some of these filters I could probably use on my profile picture next time, and that'd be good. It'd be fun. It's like going back to the old way. What time is it? No, it's 9 o'clock. Such a night owl, though. If I do get a job elsewhere, I probably should get a place where I can, be a night stalker or something, because I just can't sleep anymore, Didn't do very well in school until after it was dismissed. I would go there for tutorials and things, and that was fine. I was like, okay, if we just started a little later, I could probably think more, but it's like, supposedly those guys are pretty rare, and they say if you're up late more, you're probably like a smarter person, I know early to bed, early to rise, but it's like, I don't know. I can't do it. I have always good ideas in my head, and I can't get them out of me. Plus, I haven't really tried it. I haven't really tried applying for a night shift anywhere, so it's like I might actually get the job, because they're gonna want people there to do the things they can't do during the day. How big was the Dreadnought ship inside? Pretty big, I would say. As the old joke goes, I don't think the Empire had Wookiees in mind when they designed her, so depending on how tall you are. I'm a little over 6 feet, so 6 feet tall, so it definitely will fit me, but apparently Switzerland has to raise the doorways of all their houses over there because the food is just so healthy over there. They have to have to get like soup. Their people have gotten really tall now. And Liam Neeson, Qui-Gon Jinn, he bumped his head on the sets a few times because he was so tall too. And then they did a submarine movie a few years later, I guess. And was it before or after? I don't know, but again, same thing. Apparently about the same height as George Washington too. He was 6'2" and I'm 6'1", so it's like we're close, But Abraham Lincoln was 6'4", so that's my goal. If I can get there, that'd be great. But I don't know, genetics. But this is about how tall my dad is, so I don't think I'm gonna get much further than this. But whatever. I guess that's why I like short girls so much. I'm definitely that's just more of a. I can do things to you and you can't reach me kind of thing. I have to literally come down to your level. Tall people do not bring short people down, they lift them up, says Darth Vader. I guess another thing I'm really into right now are like the soundtracks and stuff of like movies and stuff. I've been finding a lot of I subscribe to a few channels that do like the SpongeBob soundtrack and stuff. They used a lot of old music from the 50s and 60s because they didn't have to pay any money for legal reasons to use them and stuff. So got about a 1,600 video playlist going right now. I subscribe to like 3 different channels though because YouTube likes to delete these things a lot. So I can probably watch a good percent of the episodes and know what the song is playing in the background there, so it's kind of nice. The music you choose, though, does matter, though, so. And yes, I also have some of the Star Wars soundtrack on there. I found John Williams on YouTube and made a nice little playlist just for him. The Imperial March, The Emperor, Duel of the Fates, Cantina Band, Leia's theme, I think. The Ewok Celebration, whatever you call it. Yeah. Yeah. Mountain Dew, of course, I'm a big fan of Mountain Dew as well, Voltage. I'm not like one of those guys that can just, not eat, anything with caffeine or sugar for a while, because Oh, October 31st. That is good. Well, if I don't see one of my good friends from middle school, his birthday's on the 29th, I think. And I think of the stock market, the big Great Depression starting on October 1929. That's how I kind of remember it, I guess. That's another thing, recessions and things like that. If we have our money backed up by gold, we'll go through these big recessions every few decades. But if we don't back up by gold, we'll have more recessions, but they won't be as bad. So what do? Cryptocurrency, I don't know. I don't know what to do about it. I don't know if it's see its value going up and down, but at least it's remaining pretty stable so far. I heard the value of the euro changes every day, and supposedly the Germans hit a lot of gold and paintings during World War II that haven't been found yet. So if they ever do find that, what's going to happen to the euro? Is the value just going to go through the roof or something? Or what? What's their plan? Big bet by that. Yeah. Around 9:30, I'll do something. Yeah. So what's everyone else been up to? Oh, anything planning for 1K subs? Maybe. I don't know. I might just do like the same, usual videos every now and then. I know a lot of channels will do like the whole face reveal after X amount of subs, but I don't know if I'm gonna ever do that. Unless you guys have any ideas, maybe you can let me know and I can just do something. I do try to get good videos out there though, because it's like I subscribe to some people who will literally film a ladybug crawling all over a Kleenex box on their desk or something, and I'm like, okay, well, try to do some better content than that, and maybe I might do a little better. So that seems to work pretty good. So having these other social media accounts has also helped. I can share some memes on there and stuff, and so if you guys want to get one of these, they're probably like $20. So yeah. Oh yeah, here's a little pop-up one over there. So that kind of folds up and I don't know. Don't worry, I bought them all legally. A lot of people like to steal these things for some reason, but now they're starting to put trackers in these things. Whenever anybody steals them, they can trace it back to their house. So don't even think about it. Yeah. Not much. Yeah, me either. I mean, yeah. I want to do more, I guess. I want to do more things out there, but I'm just not that kind of guy, I guess, you know. Not the kind of guy that go up to anyone saying, "Hey, how you doing?" You know, I'm just gonna keep to myself for the most part, but it's probably a regional thing, you know. You supposedly in like Texas and stuff, they'll talk to each other at like stoplights and stuff, but I'm like, oh, no way, not for me. Definitely wouldn't. I don't know what kind of day you're having. I don't want to make you mad, so I'll just kind of, you know, I'll be nice, but I think it's this, you know, mentality like this is what's preventing me from getting COVID, really, because I'm not much of a social guy anyway. So all those people that are going to concerts and things, they like to do, you know, things like that, and they end up getting it, and it's like, oh, guess I ain't having the last laugh. Yeah. I think red is probably one of my favorite colors, though. That's pretty much why I decided to go with Royal Guards. You know, they've been trying to get more red themed things for the most part. It's I don't know. Everyone else is busy with their things, so go create my own if I can, when I can. I'm having trouble with things, so read the manual. I had to go read manuals, and oh, it makes sense now. Ugh. I think I've lost a few subscribers actually. Abigail Star Wars nerd. So you got like a second account there, Mr. Reed? Oh no, you're a girl now, aren't you, Abigail? I think I lost a few subscribers actually recently. I don't know. This guy ain't making much. But maybe I'll get him back now. Who knows? But yeah, here's the prequel trilogy model my brother made actually. Well, side by side comparison. I'll probably do a review on this one later, but I thought I'd just show you this now. You know, get pistols out of the way. So, pretty close. Only thing he couldn't do was the button, really. But he said he probably would do like he probably would give me some blueprints I could probably post on Facebook so you guys can go check it out. You know, maybe make one in your own garage if you have a CNC machine in your house or something. Maybe you can submit the plans to one in your town and see if you want to do it. But tried to paint it, but didn't really turn out very well. So I think I'll just probably use that tape up on the wall there. Solid aluminum, though. I think this part's like threaded into here, but he put some kind of tightening agent on it, so I can't really unscrew it right now. But I almost wish he hadn't, because it would have been make it a lot easier to unscrew and paint and stuff. But yeah, practically like a baseball bat, aluminum baseball bat, but it's pretty nice. It's a little thinner than this one too. So I told him if he has to go bigger or smaller, go smaller because the Force FX lightsabers are already slightly larger than the movie prop. So why make that uglier than it has to be? A lot of fans will make these and they'll be like short and fat and stuff. So yeah. I guess this part was the shaft here was the main part to decide, how big to make everything else. So yeah, I wouldn't drop this on your foot. It's probably gonna hurt. Just gonna hold it like that, just da-da. So that'll be that one, and then the probably get the prequel trilogy, the original trilogy model made soon, maybe, hopefully. Probably will be even heavier, but I don't know. I should make my own memes or something. I should make my own pictures with video. Fuck, I'll never learn how to do that. I've never really been that good at that kind of stuff. No, I'm a big Star Wars nerd. Oops. Yeah, so am I. I think my coworker, one of my coworkers is too. My younger sister, I think she actually met George Lucas in Chicago while walking down the streets of Chicago one day. You guys want to hear about that story? I'll tell it anyway. I guess she one of her photographer friends were kind of walking down. She saw some guy who looked like George Lucas go into like a store, and she's like, "Was that George Lucas?" And she's like, "I think so." So she follows him in, and she asks him if he was George Lucas, and he kind of gave her like the slightest smile, just the slightest smile and a nod, and just like told her name, said she was a big fan, and that was it. I'm like, "Yep, that sounds accurate to me." I miss all the fun. I wish I was there. Ay, ay, ay. So my younger sister's a fan. My dad's a fan, of course. He took my mom. He took my mom to see the first one. Episode 4, but she never really saw Nice to See You, Almighty. My dad took my mom to see the first one in 1977, and she didn't really care about it too much. And then my dad took my grandpa there, and he didn't understand it either. So I guess my brother's into it a little bit, but he doesn't really care, I guess, too much for it. I guess my older sisters and her kids are kind of into it a little bit too. I don't think there used to be this many until Disney bought Star Wars. Now it's like they got it everywhere now, and there's a lot more fans now. So coincidence? I think not. Yeah. Maybe. Yeah. Okay. Come on, of course, being a Royal Guard on here, I got subscribed to just about anybody who has a Darth Sidious Emperor Palpatine channel, and I have been mistaken by a lot of Klansmen on here though. Like they think I'm a Klansman instead of a Royal Guard, so I have to inform them. So, like, these guys look nothing like. Yes, there are red Klansmen, but I will talk for hours with somebody about Star Wars. Yeah, I probably could too, to be honest. I'm not sure if there are a lot about there are a lot of Star Wars fans around here though. I think it's just mostly sports around here because that's all I ever really see is the Cubs and things like that. I'm just like yeah, I'm a Chicago fan and stuff, but I'm not gonna care too much about it, I guess. Yeah, I haven't seen my friends in a while. One of them's working up in the northern area, and one of them moved to Georgia. But he's getting married up here in October, which is this month. Whoops. Gotta keep an eye out for that. Talk to anyone about Star Wars. Yeah, I could talk to anyone about Star Wars, or I could talk to a lot of people about Star Wars, or a lot about Star Wars to anyone, if they're into it too. I could do history. I could do just about anything I'm into, and they're into as well. That's the problem. It's really the problem with anything, I guess. Trying to find somebody with the same interests as you. It's always a problem. I haven't really seen much of the Bad Batch, though. I probably should do more of that soon. I saw the rest of the Clone Wars. I saw the Mandalorian. I had a whole bunch of IQ, a bunch of Disney Plus stuff to the queue and stuff. I wanted to see some of the old shows from years ago. I guess this is like the latest thing now. Everybody's gonna have their own streaming service, and then for just a few dollars a month, you can have every single show they've ever made. That's pretty good. And yet the guy who owned Blockbuster thought Netflix would never take off, and here we are. Isn't innovation amazing? Taxis never thought Uber would take off. I guess the only thing that really hasn't changed much is our school system, really. You compare it to some old photograph from the early 1900s, it's pretty much still the same. And teaching us how to work in a factory, which, don't get me wrong, would be good if we still had a lot of factory jobs, but whoa, whoa, whoa. Uh, let's see what else we had. I don't know. Yeah. Well, if there's anything else you guys want to say, I guess I'll. Oh yeah, you're from Bismarck, North Dakota. Yeah. I don't know too much about North Dakota. I know more about South Dakota than North Dakota. I guess my brother-in-law worked, did some work up there. South Dakota has Mount Rushmore. I know that, but it's very cold in the winter. That's all I know. I tried not to say too much about myself, obviously, so, but I guess as you move westward, there becomes less and less meteorites. But thought I might as well do another live stream because I was like, I only done one of these and it's been a while again since I made a video of some sort, so. So more Let's Plays, more reviews sometime, whenever, but in the meantime, I appreciate all of you. Google sent me some free stocks for all my reviews I did on Google Maps, so it's. I know they know. It just. By the way, I could probably show you them actually because I still have them. Favorite Sith Lord, Dooku, I think, is my if you count Dooku as a Sith Lord, yeah, I think it's probably one of my favorites. Bez Babu. So definitely not made for somebody with size 13 shoes, but 200 photos later, bunch of reviews. This is what they send me. Like, yay. Blue is definitely not my kind of color, so I don't know. I'll take it, I guess, but still, I would prefer money or a lightsaber or something else to Google, but whatever. I appreciate it. Darth Nullius. Yeah, I think I know that guy. He's the one that ate the whole planet, isn't he? Reed. I think Darth. Or was that a different guy? The one. He like a. I post memes and stuff on there, and I try to remember what they were. I have to figure out like who the Sith Lord that's in the meme, that they're talking about. So I do a lot of Googling, and I'm like, oh, okay. And then I'll never remember who it is ever after that because they weren't in the movie or whatever, and it's like, who is that? But kind of gets me in tune with universe and whatnot. I guess those would be nice socks to wear with under my costume and stuff. I guess I have like a pair of red Toms for the shoes because I know they wore like a pointy-toed red shoe in the movie, and they wore black boots in episode 2. There's black boots in episode 2, and there was like a heavy shoe in episode 6. You can hear them stomping on usually walking on the floor, but I just bought a pair of these for the shoes for my costume there, so kind of nice, but they feel like ballet slippers. But I thought it looked pretty close to the material, and I can't exactly wear a pointy-toed shoe anyway. I found that out with my cowboy boots. I tried out different pairs, and I was like, okay, this doesn't feel right. I can't do this. So that's probably my sign right there. But and apparently boots used to always have like the same shape to them until like the mid 1800s. They realized there was a bit of a curve to them. They're like, we should probably make our shoes that way. It'll feel more comfortable. Yeah, grandma shoes. That's exactly what they feel like. North Dakota has, my mom's dad. He would go out and start the cars every morning. Just to get them thawed and. Let them get all the snow off of them, and then they're like, "Oh, okay." So, but yeah, grandma shoes. That's what they look like, I'm like, they say for every pair of Toms sold, they will give a person to a shoes some shoes in a third world country, and I'm like, okay, do they give them Toms in return, or do they give them some better quality shoes than that? Because I don't think that's going to last very long, especially in a country like that. Of course, I haven't worn them that much yet, but I probably wouldn't want to wear them, very many places. Good for around the house, I guess, but you definitely have to have some kind of a paved surface in order to wear them and not have to worry about them wearing out too much. But yeah, you can check out the my costume review on my channel there. I go through what they include and my thoughts on it. I think that's the only thing I really had to buy separately from it, but it included just about everything else, really. Still debating about that air conditioner, though, that some people put in their helmets. Some say their helmet actually cracks a little bit in the cold, but that hasn't been too much of a problem for me. Because I wore mine in the spring, so it wasn't too bad. But yeah, everything else is good though. Darth Nihilus is broken in the Force. He is a Force ghost, but can still attack and use a lightsaber. I guess the Sith Lords can, yeah, but I know the Force Ghost for the Jedi. They can use a lightsaber in the video games and stuff, like in Lego Star Wars. But yeah, I wonder if they can do it. I wonder if they can use a lightsaber too, because Obi-Wan sits on a log as a Force Ghost in Return of the Jedi, so it makes you wonder, Yoda with his cane. Still has his cane when he's a Force Ghost, so maybe Obi-Wan lost his lightsaber when he died, when Vader killed him, but he left his lightsaber behind, but doesn't mean he get his own ghost copy. I don't know. The things we Google suddenly out of nowhere. Nellius is broken in the force. Yeah, I wouldn't. Have you seen that one video of the guy claiming that all the Star Wars titles were in the wrong order? Episode 1 should have been The Rise of Skywalker. Episode 9 should have been The Phantom Menace, he says. I don't know. I'm just like, oh, you got a point there, but I guess Yoda was in charge of those films too, you know? That's the big joke. Yoda was in charge of screening, you know, the order which they were released, and now it's like, oh. He was in charge of naming them too, apparently, because, you know, look at that. Just. Of course, Star Wars Theory, you know, commented on that, was like, oh, you know. Yeah. Yes, I also subscribe to a few other Star Wars channels out there, so, you know. You'll expect to see me on there as well. Especially when they're about Royal Guards or something, or Palpatine. I guess that was my main thing, you know. I was like, okay, if these guys were to have a YouTube channel or a Facebook page or whatever, what would the theme be? What would they talk about, you know? I think it would be all about the Emperor, you know, because this guy was their entire life, so he would just have like they would have memes all about him and things like that, you know, practically like a little teenage fangirl or something. So. Is Darth Nihilus the only guy that can do that, or do you know of any others, Mr. Reed? Or Abigail? Mrs. Reed, Miss Reed. It's Miss if they're not married, and it's Mrs. if they are. I see movies like Lincoln and stuff, you know, Daniel Day-Lewis is Lincoln, you know. He actually calls, you know, Mary Todd Mrs. Lincoln, you know, and it's like that's what they called their wives back then. It's kind of funny. It's like they wanted to remind them, hey, you're my wife, remember? But some people just have terrible last names or terrible first names, and especially if a movie or TV show comes out where the name is made fun of. My mom's dentist was a Dr. Killer, like, so she was always afraid to go to him, and her mom's like, it's just his name, you know, just no. Ah. Maybe I'll try ending at around 10 or so, because that's about the earliest when things start getting a little crazy around here again. Get ready for that. Yeah. Got a lot of weird shoes though. I got dress shoes. I got cowboy boots, dress shoes, Converse, the Toms, the construction boots. DC, American Eagle. Some other new ones I haven't really opened yet. New Balance. Sandals. I'm not the kind of guy to really like, have like 10,000 pairs of Jordans. You seen Lincoln? You seen that? I'm not the guy to have like 10,000 pairs of Jordans. I don't see how anyone can just have one pair of everything, one brand of everything. I try to do like different brands of things. Try different things and stuff, and just have you know different ones for the right occasion, just so there's variety and I can mix it up, and that's what makes life exciting, I think. So, unless there's something I don't specifically agree about the company or their practices, then I will or will not. I don't know. I'm a very hard guy to advertise to. I'm a very hard guy to convince you to buy your product. Just yeah. Oh yeah, a lot of with the removable blade lightsabers like this. If you try to activate it with the blade out, it'll make like a short circuiting sound. So hang on. Oh, you're a boy. Okay. Read. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry about that. Okay. This is like one of my favorite features of it, actually, to be honest. So each one kind of has its own unique short-circuiting sound effects, which are pretty cool. But that's Kate Fisto's for you, if you're curious. See, just push the blade in there nice and tight, and eventually you can just turn that so you won't even notice the gap. You just gotta lay off the soy. That's one thing I really hear. I'm hearing a lot of bad things about. A lot of soy. Guys are drinking a lot of soy milk and stuff, and it's not good for them. Turns them into women, basically, and so been trying to lay off that, really. Well, not that I ever did, but especially now after hearing about that, I'm just like, okay. No more for that guy. Can do what? Can do what now? Read. I don't get the one brand thing. You just end up looking like a walking advertisement. Yeah, exactly. As if these guys need more advertising, I go everywhere and look at the sports stadiums and all the places, you get advertisements. Just, it's hard to escape them. I have a lot of T-shirts and stuff with like, things on them and stuff, but that's one thing I'm like, We got like all these. It's like free advertising too. You know. This is how monopolies are created too, guys. You know, you buy from one place. Eventually, they're going to have a lot of money, and you're going to wonder where all the mom and pop shops went. Walmart. I'm sorry, what did you mean by can do what, Reed? Again, I don't know if I might misspoke about something or can do. Could do, can do. Just put those baddies back when you're done. Can do, Mr. Krabs. I'm really glad I don't eat here. Oh boy. There's a SpongeBob reference for everything too, so really pay attention. You can use it in just about any situation. That's another reason why I like the show so much. Not the same since Steven Hillenburg died, though. God rest his soul. So what do you guys into besides Star Wars? Obviously, obviously, I'm sure that's why you subscribe to me. You. I've said all about myself. I want to know what about you. That's kind of what we do around here, actually. You know, we try to balance out conversation between us and you. You know, it's just some of these places I've been to, around the country, they just like to talk about themselves or talk about the state or whatever, and it's like, great. They don't want to hear anything about beyond the borders or anything. There was one comedian I was listening to actually. He was talking about how he was over in England for a while, and it's like it's like they always treat Americans like they walked into their jewelry store with 2 full bags of garbage. I'm like, oh, that's funny. And then you got the thing with the French, how they don't like us very much right now. I don't know why. But you said that Sith can do what? Darth Maul and who? Oh. Oh yeah, I think I was referring to like if Sith can still if all Sith in general like can Sith come back as Force ghosts and still use lightsabers like him, or is he the only Sith Lord that can do that? Darth Nihilius. Yeah. Um, it's actually one time I went to Italy for a mission there, I guess, for a while, and he tried to get some coffee. He's like, "Can you make it to go?" And he's like, "Oh, it's still." Um, so Spain, France, Italy, Portugal, England, Ireland, Finland, Scandinavia, Asia. Europe needs to help Africa. They got them into that mess. All that imperialism. That's my opinion, man, though. Just my opinion. Definitely be a lot less trouble because they're right above them. You know, they can get to them quicker. But nothing much. Playing video games. All right. That's cool. Well, I think it's been a pleasure, everybody. I'm glad you could join us. Maybe I'll have to do this again sometime. So, hope you have a good night, and I'll see you around hopefully soon. Reason I'm at 5% really. So, long live the Emperor and long live the Empire.